Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Welcome to the final installment of our Road to a Million series. For those of you who have followed the series since the beginning, basically earlier this year I rebought my first car, or one very similar to it. My first car was a 97 Saab 900 SE convertible. This one behind me is a 95. We've done a bunch of road trips with it. I did a video where I bought all of the parts to basically clone it to look like my first car. It's been a lot of fun, and all of this is building up to the point where the channel will hit 1 million subscribers probably in the next month or so, which is just mind-blowing to imagine. But when I turn 1 million subscribers, my special video is going to be the in-depth review and road test on this Saab, like I always wish I could have done back in the day. It's going to be so much fun, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. So in this video, we're actually heading to the North Carolina Center for Automotive Research. They're a new contact we developed over the past few months to hopefully take some select high-performance press cars out and get them on the track and see what they're really like. So we're actually going to take the Saab and the Viper to the track today. I bought this car a few weeks or so ago, and I've yet to really open it up, you know, aside from just some country back roads and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to this. We're going to have some fun with the Saab. We're going to tie up both of these reviews, work on the pure sound. Chris, who's behind the camera right now, is going to get a little bit of behind the scenes stuff. We'll talk about some of the facility. It's going to be great, and I hope you guys enjoy. All right, everyone, we finally arrived at NCCAR. This is a really cool facility that we've never been to before, and so it's going to be kind of a new experience for all of us, and I look forward to showing you guys the track and obviously taking the Viper out there. But first, we're going to hop in the Saab and get a feel for the track, like learn the turning points and the apexes and all of that, because it's a different track from a typical road course like I'll talk about in just a second. There's some big sweeping curves, some tight curves down below there, this massive like half-mile long straightaway, which we're going to get to some awesome speeds on with the Viper, I'm sure of it. But yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in the car. So NCCAR is a pretty unique facility. They opened back in 2010, and they've got over 600 acres of land here, and it's basically a testing facility. So if any company wants to bring out their clients out here, if any manufacturer wants to bring cars out to test, you know, tire manufacturers, any of those types of people, you know, you can rent the track and the whole facility and just have at it. It's not really open to the public, say like, you know, if Joe Schmo off the street wanted to come and bring their car for a few laps and stuff. That's not really what it's for necessarily, but it's still really cool regardless, because being a testing facility, it's a lot different than some of the other road courses I've driven, like Atlanta Motorsports Park and Gingerman Raceway and all of that. Basically, you have this big, wide track with huge sweeping curves and stuff. So let's say you're testing different tires or testing different suspension tunes. You can throw the car into like the one big corner back here for probably 10 to 15 seconds and really get to see how the car behaves depending on which tire or suspension tune that you're currently running. So it's pretty cool. The other thing too is you have kind of a degree of freedom and comfort with this track. There's some tight turns like this one right here, but you know, you can hit it hard, and being that it's wide and there's extra runoff space, in the unfortunate event if you slide off the track, basically you're not going to, you know, risk hurting your car or yourself, because there's no like sharp elevation changes, there's no ditches, and aside from some like guardrails and stuff here and there, it's, you know, it's very open. So let's go ahead and do a legitimate run in the Saab and see how this thing performs. I have the transmission in sport mode, so I can use all of the available 170 horsepower or whatever that this thing is still making, being 21 years old. But you know, after all the videos that I've done on this car and doing the Road to a Million series over the last 6 months, I really wanted to kind of reflect on the experience that this car has brought me. I absolutely love this thing. You know, honestly, I was contemplating on selling it after the Road to a Million series because, like my vanity plate on the front says, this thing has been an absolute money pit. It hasn't broken down or anything like that. It's just, you know, old cars, maintenance, hard to find parts, expensive expensive parts and everything like that, but even still, you know, this project has been a labor of love. This one has the 170 horsepower, 2.5-liter V6. It's a GM engine from England because, you know, these NG Saab 900s were the first like full GM Saabs after the classic 900s were officially retired after 1994. And if you guys haven't seen my review on the 88 900 SPG, definitely check that out. The link is in the top right hand corner of the video. But we're absolutely flat out on this half-mile straightaway. We're going 70, 75, 80, come on, hit 90, hit 95, go, 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 woo, 95. Oh, this car was not made to do this. I'm running all season tires right now. There's a lot of body roll. This is so much fun. With this project, I just wanted to experience my original 900 all over again and do stuff with it that I was never able to do, because the whole reason I didn't keep my first car, but probably a year or so, is because it had a bunch of problems. You know, a tonneau motor went out just like the one on this car. Just little things here and there that it got annoying after a while. I was tired of it being in the shop, and ended up getting rid of it. And you know, you always miss your first car, no matter what it is, doesn't matter what condition it is and everything like that. And with this series, I just wanted to take it all the way back to the beginning. I didn't want to put up a supercar. I didn't want to, you know, do anything like that, because this is who I am. I'm Saab Kyle 04. My first car led to an email address that I ended up creating a YouTube channel around, and ended up almost hitting 1 million subscribers at this point, which is just ridiculous. I can't thank everybody enough for supporting me as long as they have, especially, you know, all the people since the beginning. It's awesome. That was really cool. How did it look going around?
Amazing.
That was an absolute riot. I'm sure that's the first time a 21-year-old V6 Saab has ever been on a track before. But I'm especially looking forward to this now. I know that's why everybody clicked on this video. They didn't care to see that, but oh man, let's see what it's really like. Alright, so first time on the track in the Viper. This is gonna be crazy. Let's go ahead and put the dampers into race mode to firm everything up, but that's about it. First gear and we're off. So I've put a little over 1,000 miles on this car so far. It's a 2013. I bought it with 4,200 miles on it. So yeah, I've driven it a bunch. I've loved absolutely every minute of it. This car is ridiculous. You know, another thing that I kind of wanted to talk about is, you know, a lot of people have asked me why not go for a Corvette Z06 or a Hellcat or anything like that. Well, to be perfectly honest, I was looking for something in that category, you know, Hellcat, GT350, new ZL1, and all of that kind of stuff. And, you know, I've always been one to go for something just a little bit more unique, something that really stands out, because, you know, there's no cooler feeling than pulling up to a gas station and something crazy and having people come ask you about it and talking about it, just, you know, fellow car enthusiasts and everything. And the dealership Cosmo Motors that I bought it from, I've done a lot of videos with them. They're really nice people, and they just happened to get this in. I saw it on their website when trying to find stuff to film, like, you know, some unique older cars, and I just saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, that is it. And to be perfectly honest, it wasn't that much more money than any of the other cars that I've already mentioned. And while I do love me a good Hellcat, this is just mental. It's just crazy. This is like the most raw car that you can buy. It handles unbelievable. The saddest thing is that the Viper is going to be discontinued after 2017, so kind of like the Saab, I feel really special driving this. especially when you get that crazy acceleration. Woo! As you approach red line, there's a red viper that illuminates on the tachometer. Ah! Woo, that was 132. Oh my gosh. Golly, the lateral, geez, this thing can fall. This is awesome. I really do believe that this is America's last great hoorah of just crazy cars. 640 horsepower, 600 pound-feet of torque from an 8.4 liter naturally aspirated V10. Man, it's the biggest engine that they put in a passenger car right now, and it's just amazing, you know. Just listen to that sound. So, you know, I've driven a lot of other V10 supercars like the Audi R8 and the Lamborghini Gallardo, the Huracan, and this engine has such a unique character. It sounds, it's almost like a diesel tractor sound type thing. It definitely doesn't sound like an exotic sports car, but it's exactly what I would expect from America. It's amazing. Woo, man. Gosh, that never gets old. Never, 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 never. So with these videos, you have to be, or I try to be, as in-depth as possible. So if given enough time, it takes like multiple GoPro angles and all that kind of stuff. I usually put like one on that window, one on this window. I'll put one at the exhaust. Hopefully the wind noise won't be too bad and we can get some sweet sound clips with that. But you're obviously making B-roll around the track, and you just got a whole lot of stuff to do. It takes a little while, but the end result is always awesome.
What are you about to do?
I'm gonna try launch control for the first time. All you gotta do is press launch. It says to launch, quickly apply full throttle and quickly release the clutch. This is scary. It's all
This is about to be insane.
All right, you ready?
I'm very ready.
Woo! Dang! Woo!
Oh my god!
Did you see the 11s we left back there?
Dude, that was crazy. Look at the smoke. Guess how far that is?
How far?
68.5 feet.
Oh my gosh. That was the most incredible thing I've ever been able to do. I've never done launch control like that before. I did it in an SRT Charger one time, but the road wasn't that great. That was just ridiculous.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do it again.
Do it.
See if I can do it better.
Yeah, your second set of 11s beat your first set by like 10 feet.
I know, and then I started to slide. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed the final installment to our Road to a Million series. Of course, when the channel hits 1 million subscribers, I'm going to put the review of the Saab up. I really think you guys are going to enjoy it. It's been a very personal video for me, definitely one of the more fun projects I've done for this channel, so I'm eagerly awaiting that. It was also just awesome getting to check out NCCAR and see what a neat facility it is. Get the Viper close to the limit. I don't want to go past the limit, but I think I got close. Getting to test out launch control and just really see what the car is all about. I just love this thing to death. I love both of these equally. They're both amazing cars in their own special way. Yeah, but we got a 3-hour drive home, so I guess we're gonna hop in the car. I'm tired, I know you're tired.
Very tired.
As always, guys, there's a lot more where that came from. Be sure to subscribe today, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.